hopefully he can help float up that organization over there in Baltimore and win some games this next year. But we're going to dive into what's up, Dylan. We're going to dive into land right now. So I'm going to be showing my computer in a little bit, not right now. Awesome, thanks, buddy. We're going to be talking about how to build a buyer's list. We're going to be talking about how do you pull out sellers of land for under $10 a lead, oftentimes way less. Yesterday, I had a little surprise visitor in the office, and very, very related to land. So Luke Harris, he was the first and only. I want to have someone else come. I want to have someone else come into the office and join Carrot in the office at my computer to make it number 2. Because there's a few years ago, Luke Harris canceled, moved over from a competitor of ours. I think it was Lead Propeller, moved over from us, and he's like walked into our front door here at the office. He goes, "How do I join Carrot?" And we all look at each other and we're confused because we're like, I don't know. You go to our website, go to our website and put in your information and join Carrot. So we brought him over here to my computer. He put in his information, joined Carrot, sitting here at my computer, and he moved everything over. And since then, he saw a lot better conversion rate on his leads. He actually did a podcast with us where he talks about the conversion rate and the lead difference that he saw once he moved over to Carrot. A lot of people think a website is a website, and I don't want to hammer this too much because we do it all the time, but he had a good looking website with one of our competitors, moved over to Carrot, immediately started getting leads. It's because of the framework, the high conversion framework. It's because of a lot of things. But a quick update. We hung out for 30, 45 minutes yesterday, talked about what he's doing now. He's visiting in town for a few days. This is where he is from originally, but I think he lives in Virginia now. And he's doing 8 to 10 land deals a month now, man. He was doing, yeah, he was doing probably 8 to 10 a year before. Now it's 8 to 10 a month. 1 second, let me turn this puppy down. Cool. I'm not sure if the audio changed, Brady, but I couldn't hear him when he just said that.
I was muted.
Oh, there we go. That's
muted.
why.
Yeah.
I got you. Cool.
Yeah, I was muted.
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to walk through a few different items there. How do you do some land flipping at a basic level? I'm not a land flipper. I'm a marketer. I'm a guy who can help you get the leads. I know how it all is done. Adrian has done a lot of house deals. But Adrian, have you done any land, like pure land stuff?
No, actually, I just did a test with one of our members, and he's actually a good friend that we met through Tom Kroll's group, and we did a PPC campaign for land.
Yep.
That's more on the selling side, not on the acquisition side. But what you just said, one of the things, guys, that we love teaching, I know Trevor does this. We don't teach you. Well, let me put it this way: we don't really teach you how to generate leads. We teach you how to be a marketer. That's the thing. That's one of the absolute things I love in what we do here at Carrot is that we're just not teaching you website stuff. We're not just teaching you online stuff. We train you how to be a marketer, because if you can become a marketer, doesn't matter what avenue or vehicle that you choose to market for leads, the principle apply the same, right? There might be a few things that you may adjust, but it's the same. So I would go through the same process, which we're going to go through. But if you guys can just look at things from a marketer's perspective, you'll exactly know what to do and where to go.
Yep. And that's a cool thing. It's a playbook, right? That's something I want people to understand is they keep on looking at business as, oh my gosh, I've got to learn land investing. I've got to learn house investing. I've got to learn how to be a real estate agent. Now, there's the mechanics of the transaction that you have to learn. You have to learn what's a little bit different with a land transaction versus a house, or what's a little bit different when I'm closing a transaction as an agent versus an investor, or vice versa. But the things that you always have to master that transfer, and I want to teach you guys, like what Adrian said, we want to teach you things that transfer no matter what job you're doing, no matter what career you're doing, no matter what type of real estate you're doing, which is the marketing methodologies. Because if you're going to start to do multifamily, sweet, you can keep using Carrot for multifamily like I am for getting my tenants. If you want to start doing Airbnb, if you were to Google certain phrases around the markets that I'm in for my Airbnbs, you're going to find my Carrot site ranking really, really high there. And also, get this, guys, I used SEO on Airbnb.com and VRBO.com to get my VRBO VRBO profile ranked really high in Google. So you can use the same stuff all kinds of places. So we're going to show you some things here. Brady, if you can do this, man, show my screen. And I'm going to show you guys a few things. What we'll do first after I show them some high-level stuff, Adrian, is let's just kind of talk the basic mechanics. I mean, I know the mechanics of a land deal. I've learned it a gazillion times. Also, Nancy, who's here in our office, a Carrot customer, she started land flipping, and I've been coaching her through some things, and she's been really diving in. on the land flipping side of things. She's getting some deals pretty quick. She's an action taker. And I want to show everyone how it happens. I'm going to show you the best ways to get sellers, the best ways to get buyers, and how to add this into your business. Just like Ethan said down there, he said, I've been waiting for a long time to do this. So I've got this site pulled up here. This was actually Luke's website, the guy who visited the office yesterday. A couple things I would change. Make sure that it looks like he added something in his navigation bar that made it a little bit long. So I would personally go in there and eliminate one of those or move it around so it's all in one bar, but that's kind of me being nitpicky. But you can see here he's using the Carrot Land site, and he's got a simple logo, not complicated. This, I think, is just the default copy that we had there. There wasn't anything fancy there. He has a form here. He customized his form a little bit, so that's one of the benefits of Carrot, is you can customize your forms. A lot of systems don't let you customize your forms to do whatever you want. Our forms convert really, really well out of the box, but then we let you customize them if you want to customize them. So he made his specific to the main areas he's buying land: Oregon, Florida, Nevada, Arizona, everywhere or other. And then right here, how'd you hear about us? These are a lot of the different places that he markets. So this is a good little lesson in kind of learning from other land flippers. Is go to their websites. They might give you some clues on where they market. So some of these websites: Land Flip, Land Century, Land Moto, a Land Hub, RuralVacantLand.com, Land Watch, Land and Farm, Lands America. These are different websites that you can post your land for sale, and you can generate a lot of leads. He updated and got some pictures of properties, in those areas. He uploaded a little interview. That's just the default land thing from Carrot. Put in some testimonials, just screenshots of the land that he sold. So even if you have testimonials, but you don't have the picture of the person, awesome. Just grab a screenshot of the aerial of the land and put sold on it. A little testimonial there. And then I think I'm showing you guys the basics of it, because showing you that it's the same model that we teach on the investor side. So it's not a departure from it. You want to make sure that your about page shows that you're real people. Nothing complicated here, right? But what I want to show you really quick is we're not going to show you any specific leads or anything. I just want to show you volumes. Okay, I want to show you guys volumes. Because there's over 11,000 leads for buyers in here right now. 11,000 buyer leads inside of Luke's website. So he can pretty much sell land pretty quickly. He's bringing in leads every single day. There's 9,000 leads, unique leads, and then a lot of them are step 2 leads. But this week alone, 79 new leads mixed between buyers and sellers, mostly buyers. When he was here in the office, he's like, now I want to really turn it on and go after sellers online, because most of his sellers are coming from offline, which we'll talk about that here in a bit. But let's go ahead and dive in, Adrian, now in the overall business model. So Brady, bring Adrian back up here. And Adrian, I'm going to have you walk through this, and we'll kind of, at a high level, mark out how to do a land deal, some of the things to look for that that I know, and then we'll dive into actually how to get those leads.
All right. So just so that the majority of people this probably is perking your interest, because you're possibly looking at a whole different investing strategy. So I'm gonna I would love for us to walk you through that. So even me being ignorant in some aspect of it, this is the way that we would do for sure. So Trevor, are we talking more on the seller side or the buyer side?
I guess just overall, how does land buying and land investing differ from houses? Maybe a little bit. Any things that some things that I know too, and then we'll just dive into how do you get the sellers, how do you get the supply first, and then how do you get the demand, which is the buyers. We'll do that second. Yeah,
I think the one thing that I've learned is that it's definitely the reason why it's so attractive, guys, is I think it's definitely a smaller niche. Which we always talk about niching down, right? So a lot of times, the more niche that you go, the less competition you're going to have. Now, I guess just to be transparent too, also, guys, which the numbers, buyers, of course, just like anything, you're going to always have it. I always feel like there's going to be an abundance of buyers, but really, it's also, I believe you may not have as much volume. I don't know. You might have more volume than if you're trying to wholesale houses. So the volume may go down a little bit. So just kind of understand how many transactions typically happen when it just comes to land. I believe that ListSource gives some type of information on that as well, if I wasn't mistaken. So to me, I always like to look at what's the potential